Greetings, animal enthusiasts and nature devotees. Step into the wild side with Wild Battle and witness the extraordinary battles, duels, and survival tactics of the animal realm. Lion versus leopard. Obviously, fights and battles between these predators are only possible for food, and in some cases, for territory. The weight of the leopard is 60 to 80 kilograms, so the lion can outweigh it by 3 times. The outcome of the clash is predictable, so leopards usually have to flee, and the lions act very carefully when clashing with leopards, not trying to kill, but only to chase away the unwanted guest. Here I've prepared a compilation of lions attacking giraffes. It would seem that such a huge, long-legged animal should have no natural enemies, but lions don't care and see only a massive piece of meat in front of them. Sometimes they overestimate their strength because only a pride can take down an adult giraffe. This footage shows a giraffe trying to hit a lion with its hooves, injuring its baby, who could no longer stand up after a powerful blow, and his fate was sealed. After 2 more unsuccessful attacks, the giraffe just ran away, leaving his baby to the lions. This is an example of lions hunting the whole pride. You see only the most interesting parts of this fight, which lasted quite a long time, but unfortunately ended sadly. The giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. Its height reaches 5 to 6 meters, 3 of which are on its famous neck. For the lions, the main thing is to knock the giraffe down, and then it's a matter of technique. When the little rabbit kittens were left alone, a rattlesnake instantly tried to devour them. Noticing this, the mother rabbit immediately launched an attack. It pulled the predator away from the nest, repeatedly kicked and shook the reptile with all its might, not giving it a chance to escape punishment. 4 lionesses were peacefully resting when a feisty buffalo quickly disrupted their tranquility. 3 of the lionesses managed to escape the danger, but one of them had to play a game of hide-and-seek, taking cover behind a tree. Think 2 monitor lizards decided to dance a passionate Argentine tango? In reality, in such an unusual pose, the lizards were trying to determine who was stronger, to bring the opponent down to the ground and secure their victory. That was the main goal of this dance battle. The intentions of the cobra were simple. It wanted to feast on the chicks. However, the chicken didn't inquire about the purpose of the visit and boldly launched an attack to protect its brood. The harmless domestic bird became a true hero for its own offspring. The leopard was about to fill its belly with fresh meat when it was unexpectedly attacked by a courageous skunk. The daredevil even contemplated pursuing it, but within moments changed his plans and decided to return to its injured companion, a brave little one. The elephant and the rhinoceros faced a major dilemma. Who would turn out to be stronger and more aggressive? The confrontation had already escalated into a real standoff, but suddenly the elephant stepped back, started crushing tree branches demonstratively, and then hurriedly left the bewildered opponent behind. Another lion king and its royal entourage wanted to savor the tender meat of a hedgehog. However, they too had to first deal with the spiky shield of the mammal. So the mission turned out to be impossible. In Africa, predators attempted to have a hedgehog for lunch, but the mammal quickly proved with its sharp and long spines that it was inedible. So after a few minutes, the lion pride lost all interest in its prickly prey. The crocodile came up with a clever trick. It performed an impressive somersault right in front of its immediate rival. While it was caught off guard, the crocodile simply snatched the prey from under its nose. And these two didn't want to engage in a fight with each other at all. The confrontational rhinoceros tried to show off with its sharp nose, but it didn't achieve anything worthwhile. It had to tuck its tail and retreat. An aggressive snake almost crawled into the house, but a barrier appeared in its path. A box with a surprise. However, the cat sitting inside immediately made it clear to the reptile that there would be no dialogue between them. Although the four-legged creature was cornered, it still managed to give a worthy resistance to the audacious enemy. The confident snake was absolutely certain that it would have a satisfying meal. However, the moment the rabbit sensed the real danger, it decided to vividly demonstrate all of its fighting talents. The hapless reptile had no idea what it had gotten itself into. A Bengal tiger engaged in a desperate battle with a grizzly bear, considered one of the deadliest in the world. Emitting shrieks and roars, the tiger tried to neutralize its opponent, but the bear launched a counterattack. At first, neither of them wanted to give in, but towards the end of the fight, the predatory cat decided to retreat. A family of elephants peacefully arrived at a watering hole, unaware of any danger, when suddenly, a huge Nile crocodile grabbed one of the elephant calves by its trunk. It is unknown how the confrontation ended, but one can imagine that if the head of the family were in the place of the little one, the toothy predator would have faced fierce retaliation. An epic battle unfolded between a dog and a snake that had crawled into its territory. The pet dog tried to approach the dangerous intruder for a long time, but when the reptile leaped into the attack, attempting to sink its teeth into the barking opponent, it actually initiated a deadly duel, and it didn't end well for the snake. The zebra turned out to be a truly lucky one. Fate gave it a unique chance to escape from the clutches of a dangerous predator. It darted out onto the shore, slightly bloodied, to its fellow zebras. Well, at least it was alive. The crocodile wouldn't hurt to sharpen its hunting skills. A hungry bear had planned to have a satisfying meal until unwanted guests decided to join in. The wolf pack repeatedly tried to seize such a tasty piece of meat, but the brown predator was ready to defend its rights until the end. Thus, the wolves had to disperse with empty stomachs. For some reason, the lion decided to bite its chosen mate. Apparently, that's how it shows its love. But the lioness had a character and clearly demonstrated that such behavior was not acceptable. One lion was about to attack a lone buffalo, but the situation unexpectedly turned against it. The horned beast even cornered it against a rock, but timely clawed assistance arrived. Quickly changing tactics, the predators, with combined efforts, brought the prey down and presumably had a hearty dinner. But that's not certain. In the clash between these two cold-blooded animals, the outcome is always unpredictable. In this case, the alligator was the active aggressor, swiftly pouncing on the snake and not letting go of it with its toothy jaws, no matter how the snake writhed in convulsions. A cow versus ram. It's not clear what exactly these guys did not share, but it was a very funny battle. The cow apparently remembered what it was given the horns for and decided to fight the forehead-punching champion. Maybe it just wanted to protect the calf, but the instant knockout for the cow was a surprise to me, while the ram calmly stood up as if nothing had happened. Whether the cow survived after that, I do not know, but a concussion is assured for it. It's hard to imagine how bored the rabbit must have been to seek such a deadly adventure for itself. However, looking at how the events unfolded, it's worth asking, who got the better of whom? Curious monkeys are easy prey for crocodiles, so one primate found itself trapped in the middle of a water hole. Perhaps its final moments were already counted. But the predator made a fatal mistake. It approached closer to the shore, where a whole troop of monkeys awaited, ready to stand up for their fellow. As a result, it ended up getting a taste of its own medicine. Wildcats often subject buffaloes to exhausting pursuits, and when the horned animals take some time to catch their breath, the cats deliver crushing blows. However, it doesn't always go that way. Regularly, the predators risk receiving a powerful blow to the abdomen or resort to fleeing, biding their time on a tree to wait for a safer moment. Between wolves and bears, serious clashes regularly occur. Usually, these are battles not for dominance, but for survival. However, there are also isolated cases when these animals find a common language and get along well with each other. The giraffe, despite its outward calmness, is not an animal to mess with. For instance, this overly persistent rhinoceros received a swift kick to the nose just for trying to provoke the long-necked neighbor. Bloodthirsty crocodiles often have a tough time when targeted by a lion pride. The felines work together, covering each other's backs. As for the cold-blooded reptiles, they have to rely solely on their strength. The wild boar seemed to be lying in wait at the watering hole, given how quickly it reacted during an attack by a voracious crocodile. The cold-blooded reptile unexpectedly emerged from the water, attempting to grasp its potential prey firmly. But its plan failed miserably. Thank you for watching Wild Battle. If you were amazed by the captivating animal confrontations, adrenaline-pumping battles, and thrilling hunts, consider subscribing to our channel and sharing your perspective in the comments.